give this wall a splash of paint, but it's over 3.5 meters tall and I do not have a ladder. I have a tiny step ladder, which is not useful at all. So this is going to be a stretch, but I'm going to give it a try. Where there's a will, there's a way. I mean, it's taking a while, but getting there. It is looking much better. Not perfect, but a good start. We've got a lot more to do to this space, but the purple was driving so mad, so it had to go. So we have got an Easter brunch here tomorrow and I am on the sweets duty. So I found this recipe online. I'm making 2 slices. This is the first one, mini egg rice crispy squares. So I've got all the ingredients here, all the healthy stuff, clearly. Eggs, chocolate, butter, marshmallows, and the crispies. Let's get stuck in. So first up is 50 grams of butter into a saucepan with the marshmallows. I just cut that, I eyeballed it. That is almost bang on. I mean, what can I say? I do have quite a bit of experience with butter. So we're off to a good start. And then it's asking for 275 grams of marshmallows. So these are only $1.25 each, so we're going to be a little short. But 25 grams is not going to matter much. Gotta cut that hole a little bigger. Oh god, I just spilled them all over the floor. This is what happens when you get cocky, folks. Marshmallows have put me in my place. So I now melt all this together on a very low heat. These marshmallows are quite sticky and they burn easily. For those of you wondering if the marshmallows that landed on the ground ended up in here too, of course they didn't. I ate them. So it's all melted now. It's like one big marshmallow. It's taking every ounce of my being not to stick my finger in there for a little taste, but it's unhygienic and I will get the burn of my life. What colour is it?
Pink.
It is pink. Well done. Well done. Right, and in we go with 150 grams of these Rice Krispies. And we mix it through. That is going to be so sticky. Whoa. Keep going there with your car, buddy. It's looking pretty good. Crush these up. Kind of looks like a spider web. Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it, buddy? What do you think?
Pink.
Pink, yeah.
Yes.
Does it look good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mommy.
Yummy. Starting to look a little less appetizing. Alright, half an hour later, we got there. It's in the tray. The recipe does recommend that you use butter all over your hands when transferring it into the tray. I can confirm that that is an absolute requirement. Do not skip that step. The stuff, it's like bubble gum, you can see it's so sticky. And trying to manhandle that stuff was not pretty. So butter up your hands and it will go in nicely. This is how we're going so far. Having a good time, Sonny?
Yeah.
Yeah. How glorious does this look? Golden blonde. I'm not sure all of this is going to make it into the slice. More what?
Please.
Good boy. Alright, so it is now Saturday, so today we're having the brunch at our house, and I'll show you how this worked out. So that's the marshmallow mini egg slice, and then I also made this one, which I'm quite proud of. It looks very nice. I didn't film the making of this because it was chaotic enough trying to make that other one with Sunny, and this one's a little more dangerous because obviously everything's got to boil and go in the oven. But that's caramel slice with a choc cookie dough base. So I'll just leave that in the fridge for later because I think at room temperature the caramel slice will start to melt. And this is the chaos of today. So this is like the kids' sensory room. Balloons, heaps of activities. I know Soph's got a whole lot of crafts planned for them. So I'm sure Sonny and his cousin Addison will love this. And then this is our little Easter setup. Soph loves a bit of bunting, so there's plenty of that all over the place. And this is the table. I think next Easter, this room's gonna look a whole lot different, so it'll be cool to compare. These are the little things I made for everyone. They're actually magnets. So if you want to check out my Etsy store, I make all sorts of magnets and things out of wood. I'll leave a link in the description. But that's something new I've been working on. Hopefully that bucket will be full of wine a little bit later. There's flowers all over the place. Love it, it's looking awesome. Sophie's done a very good job. Oh, and there's actually there's also an Easter egg hunt. So there's about 50 eggs hidden around the backyard. I might try and get a little bit of footage of that. Also, check out these trees. And we will also be farewelling this wall this weekend because it comes out on Tuesday, which is very exciting. So that'll be knocked out, and then I'll begin ripping up the floors. And you can see it's definitely ready to come up. Like, look at this carpet. Ooh.
Sonny, come here. Let me show them your cute outfit. Look at your cool bunny glasses. Sonny, come here. Come for a cuddle. Ah! Look, this gorgeous outfit we got with the bunnies and the sunglasses. And then down here we've got bunnies with baseball caps and other bunnies with sunglasses. And what are these, Sonny? What are they? Catlets.
What's cooking?
I'm just cooking some little salad potatoes to do new potatoes with lunch. So we're doing like a kids brunch first. So cucumber cream cheese sandwiches. Oh, someone wants a chippy. And some mini muffins. And then obviously lots of chocolate. Not that they're going to eat it. And then I'm just doing a nice light lunch with some quiches, buttered potatoes, sausages. I made some chicken meatballs. And people are here already.
That's it. Good boy. Great job. Thank you, Sonny. Good, Eddie.
What?
You look good, mate. Jeez. Cool outfit. So tomorrow, this wall is coming out. So I'm about to remove this part of the kitchen. So these cupboards will be gone, and so will this unit here. And then hopefully the fridge will move into that position, and then they'll have access to the wall. Fingers crossed. Alrighty, it's out. Good part of an hour, I would say, but it wasn't too hard in the end. You can see we'll put everything in the end room, so I'm going to tarp that up because it's going to be pretty dusty in here tomorrow. And I'll also put a tarp over that door frame there. But otherwise, I think we are all set for the guys to come in tomorrow and get rid of this thing.
It's our last day in Paris. We saw Usher last night and I've lost my voice. And so it won't be very heavy on the audio. It was amazing. We had a really great time, and now 3 of us have stayed for a day in Paris, and we're walking to the Louvre. We're desperate for a coffee and a croissant, and we'll take you with us.
Rooms at Raffles are about £1,000 a night.
Thank you. I love the orange lights.
It's just like the sneakiness of it.
Yeah.
We're outside the Louvre. You can see that is the Louvre there. Cole and I came a few years ago. You can probably he'll put some footage in so you can see when we came. It's such a lovely day. We've had a lovely morning walking around. Now we're here.
You can see how solid that wall was. Blocks and bricks. So the wall is out. It's crazy how different it looks in here. The electrician is coming out shortly and he'll fix up all of these dangling wires. Then we've got a plasterer coming out in a couple of days. He'll just make good of the walls and the ceiling. Obviously not going to worry too much about the floor because I'm going to rip up the carpet, the tiles, and then I will fill in this gap here and smooth it out, and then hopefully start laying the tile. But pretty chuffed with how this is looking. And this is a view from the other side. wasn't planning on doing this today, but my afternoon suddenly cleared up. This room is obviously starting to take shape with the wall being knocked out. I'm going to start the floors once the skip arrives. I filled this skip already with the bits from the kitchen, so I need to wait for a new one to arrive before I start ripping up the tiles and the carpet. But I thought this afternoon I would make a start on this wall. This has got a really thick textured wallpaper. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like Art Deco or something. Just not quite for us. So I'm going to try and remove this. I don't know how easy it's going to be to get it off because it's so thick, but and also there's a radiator here. So for now I might just kind of go around that. I know that you can take the radiators down, but I'm not overly confident to kind of disconnect all of that just yet. So I'm just going to park that for today and just work on what I can here with this wall. So let's get started. Just realised I hadn't shown you what this space looked like now that we've taken the tarpaulins down and put the fridge across to the other side. A lot more spacious, so really happy with that. Our electrician came out, we got all that stuff sorted out, so all the cables are no longer hanging down from the ceiling, and the plasterer is coming tomorrow, so that will sort of tidy up the walls and the ceiling. We are concerned now that our fridge is too big. Perhaps it's quite a deep fridge. We enjoy the size of it, like obviously it's great to be able to put all of your stuff in it, but it is a very deep fridge and it's maybe going to stick out too far for our liking, so we're unsure as to whether we're going to get rid of that one and buy something that's integrated, or just build something around this one and deal with it, because we did only just buy it. But it's a bit of a sore spot at the moment, so keep you updated on that one. We also picked up these chairs. We're going to be putting in the new nook, so we'll have a bench set across the wall, then the table and then some chairs around it. We wanted something with a bit of character, since our table is very, well, it's from the 16th century. It's an old door off, I think it's like the gardener's cottage from Chatsworth Estate. If you're into that kind of stuff, you might want to look it up. It's quite an interesting property. But yeah, really cool table. That's what we picked up from a fair. And we got these chairs. So these are carver chairs. Really funky. They are solid oak. Very solid chairs. They do need a bit of love, but the grain is really nice. So these are going to come up. I just know these are going to come up really well. We will reupholster them as well. So get rid of this and go with maybe a tartan or something that suits our vibe. So we've got two without arms. And two with arms. So yeah, they're really cool. Look at the legs. So really happy with those. We picked these up for £110 for the four, so it's a pretty good price. Obviously I can do the restoration work on them, and the material will probably be £20 or £30 per metre. There's a few sales on at the moment, so yeah, looking forward to getting those sorted out. I'll obviously show you a little bit of that process. We also got some artwork, so I've picked up some artworks off Vinted. Didn't even know you could buy artwork on Vinted, so we've got some nice oil paintings, but I'll let her show you those. And for now, I'm going to get back onto this wall. Made quite a bit of progress quite quickly. It's actually not as hard to take down as it might look. It's definitely making a huge mess, which I should be cleaning up as I go. I might do that before I start again. Once you get that top layer off, the steamer removes that paper quite easily, and it's leaving a reasonably flat surface. Shouldn't need too much prep work before the paint. But right now I'm about to have some lunch. Just in case you're wondering what I'm having for lunch. You probably weren't, but I'm going to share it anyway. Avocado, lettuce, chicken, and mayo bagel. How good does that look? As I plate up my burger, I'm just going to end the video here. We are going to have an abundance of content over the next few weeks with the reno of the sort of like kitchen dining area. So there'll be plenty of videos coming out, so you can expect to see more of us. But thank you for tuning in. Hope you have an awesome week, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.